Hello, I'm here. Just got in from my parents' house. Lots of traffic today. April, miss me today? Bunch of you in here already. Hello, Terry, Marvin, Fred, Jeff, Drama, Henry, Oz, Tracy. I got to meet Tracy yesterday. He was on my private charter, our open party private charter we did. Here's a new logo for my private charter business, Dan Hernandez Fishing Adventures. So he was on there with us. Hello, Michael. Hi, Matt. Hello, Santa Barbara. Hey, Alex, Tony. You okay over there? He's already getting skittish. Oz is starting us off today. So Drama says he found a pen pole for $10. Must be a really old one. Manuel, I like the picture. That's funny. Thank you, Oz. Yeah, we had rough weather too, Jeff. It was we had to head in early by 10:30 and by 11, I think it was. We headed inside the breakwater just to go drift for halibut, and it took an hour from Isers to get back past the breakwater because it was so rough. Had to go super slow. Jason forgot to call office today. Okay. Yeah, you can call Monica on Tuesday. I won't be there. I'll be in Alaska, but Monica will be there, so she can help you out. Corey, quick question. What is the best way to cook whitefish? What's nice about whitefish, you can do almost anything with it. You can make fish tacos with it. You can fry it whole. Lots of Mexican restaurants you go to where they offer you a whole deep fried fish. It's whitefish that they cook up. So it's really good. You can just put 3 slashes on it, have it gill and gutted, and just deep fry the whole fish. So we'll see. So Manuel says he took that picture with him and I together at the Fred Hall show. That's cool. Yeah, Tracy was with us, Tracy Sunshine, and he did pretty good. Got a big sand bass at the end there on a live bait. And the fish were so thick, they were right underneath the boat. One of our passengers got seasick. So it was too bad she didn't really fish that much. She got a couple of fish, but it was pretty rough. Jeff, what do I think about the Kuma PCH rods? They seem nice. I haven't really fished them, but they seem really nice. And Tracy, thanks for joining us. That was lots of fun. Matt wants to know where to get the SK jigs. Yeah, a lot of the jigs, the stores are out of them. So that's been the big trend to go from the bigger flat falls to the thinner SK jigs. Maybe I'll ask my contacts at Daiwa about getting some. Bruce, thank you very much. And Tamara, hello. Did you just add the middle name in there? I don't remember seeing that before. Tony, already watched 2.5 hour videos today. Well, that's cool. Yeah, those are old videos. A lot of the people that were some of the people that are in those videos, some of the captains and stuff aren't even around anymore, have passed away and stuff. But it's the information's still good. How to fight the fish, how to find the bait, all that kind of stuff was really good. And we have lots of our videos there that you can enjoy. There's over 1,500 videos you guys can enjoy on my YouTube channel. So Matt says those PCH rods are really nice rods. I should probably try some. Michael got a new reel, new Avid reel. And Jeff says it took him 5 hours to get in. Wow. Oh, Drama Plays says he's 10 years old and he loves fishing with his dad. That's cool. I wish I had a kid and take him fishing with me. Or her. Ron B caught a nice halibut. Jeff says the longfin has SK jigs. We had them when they were there on Friday. I was there last Monday. They placed an order for more bucktails. Jason, Dan, looking at your website on the bucktails, what size is good for rockfish? It depends how you want to fish them. So if you want to fish them in a dropper loop rig, I would say 1 ounce is good for the rockfish. If you want to fish it by itself on the bottom, like for lingcod, I use a 6 ounce. I use a 6 ounce with a big single tail, double A tail, and it works really good. You can also, what I've done with the dropper loop rigs is put the HD model with the big hook, and I'll put a swim bait or I'll fish it by itself with a strip of squid or strip of mackerel on a dropper loop rig. And even though as big as that hook looks like it's a monster hook, it still works good for the rockfish. So that's what I do. And there's lots of videos of me doing that. Tamara, you could probably buy your license online there in Utah. I mean, you can buy the fishing license online here in California. So I think you'd be able to do it in Utah too. So you drove all the way up to Utah. Wow, that's a long ways. I've done that, driven through Utah on my way to Colorado several times. Cleo, hello. What's Marvin's question? Anyone have any input on a Penn Mariner? Yeah, I don't know about that rod. If it says 30 to 80, it's probably a decent 50-pound rod, but not bigger. Jayhawk, thank you very much. Yeah, I think you're right, Tamara. What was really nice, what happened to me about 3 years ago, um, I don't know if it was like during the kids club meetings, I talked about not having kids maybe too many times or something. And a couple of the parents for Father's Day gave me Father's Day cards, even though I don't have kids. But I guess because I take good care of their kids at the kids club and the meetings and stuff. So that was nice. I really appreciated that. And one of the people that was with us, Sarah, was with us yesterday. Um, it was really heartwarming, I should say, chatting with her on the boat. On the way back, we're riding in really tough weather, getting beat up and stuff. Um, she, kind of put me down and talked about how uh, this thing that we do today, Tuesdays and Thursdays here, how back then, how back when COVID started over a year ago, I was doing this like 5 days a week, 4 days a week, talking to you guys. We just cut it down to 2 days a week, starting last June when I was doing all the private charters. Started doing the private charters heavily because I didn't know if there was going to be a TV show still because we're losing sponsors and um, COVID was affecting everything. And hopefully we're going to, still find some new sponsors to replace Lucas Oil and some of the other ones we lost because of COVID. Um, but Sarah was really nice to point out that having this here, this place where we could all get together and talk about fishing and forget about what was going on, really helped her get through COVID. It really helped her through all that time and, worrying about her kids and worrying about all the other drama. She said this really helped her a lot. So it was touching. It was really nice. And she said how she never hadn't like shake anybody's hand since the beginning of COVID. So she shook our hands when she got on the boat, everybody on the boat. And the end of the trip, she gave me a hug. And it was nice. It was nice to talk to Sarah and have her explain all that to me. So thank you guys for being here. Also, Tamara's on her way to Montana. Okay. Well, I'll fly over you on Saturday on my way to Alaska. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Jeff. I'm gonna keep 100 yards of mono on my reels, even though some of the other skippers we talked to said they don't do it. So I'm gonna do that. Steven, hello. How's the halibut fishing out there? I haven't seen a halibut. Well, I shouldn't say that. We've caught a couple of halibut this month inside the bay, but no legals. Some small ones. So she's going to get a license in Montana. Send me some pictures when you catch some fish up there in Montana. I'll put them on my Instagram. Uh, see what else is here. Is it Anna? Is a Penn Senator 4.0 good for bluefin tuna fishing San Diego? Pin 4.0, this is the Pin 4.0. So this would be good for fish under 100 pounds. It would be fine. If you hook a bigger fish than 100 pounds, and I've caught fish to 130 pounds or so on this particular reel, maybe this actual reel, but now with the more modern gear, everybody likes to go like to 2 speeds and stuff like that. But an old pin foil like this will work for fish up to 100 pounds. You're probably going to want to put like 80-pound Spectra on it and 50 or 60-pound mono on top. Maybe 50-pound mono on top. Hopefully that helps you, Anna. Lando fishing. Do you do any trips in San Diego? Yes, I do. Just go ahead and go to my website. I'll put some links here for all our trips. This is a trip that we just added for July 3rd, and we have 20 spots available. I guess I shouldn't have added a trip so late like this, but we have 20 spots available, and I would think out of this group we could get 20 people to come join me. It's on Saturday, July 3rd, the day before the 4th. Drama plays. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I would have been a good dad. Now I'm a little old for that. What else is there? All right, so Michael's asking Jeff a question about line. Manuel says, don't forget to hit the like button. We got 80 of you guys in here and only 35 likes. Tamara, I will think about. I'm hoping to do the live while I'm in Alaska. I'm going to try to do it. I don't know what time we'll be off the water and what time dinner is because we all eat together over there. So I'll find out if I can work it out. I think they're an hour ahead of us, so it'll be like 6 o'clock there. So I'm hoping they have dinner like at 7, but I won't know. I won't know till I get there. So if I can do it, I will do it. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, everything's going back to normal slowly at a time. Captain Obvious, Dan, I have a question. I'm 16. Can I get a charter boat solely? No, Captain Obvious. You can go on an overnight trip by yourself at 16. Some of the boats or some of the landings may require a letter from your parents or somebody that's over you to in case something happens and they have to send you to a hospital so they can do a medical release that they can do that. But yeah, you can do that. I mean, that's what I do on my trips. Like some of our filming trips, we have kids that are 16, 17 that come out. I think even as young as 15. And we just ask the parents to have a signed letter that if something happens, we could call a doctor or take you to the hospital or something like that. So that's all. Greg S. says he fished the Pacific Dream out of Berkeley. 30 halibut for 20. That's good. Yeah, the halibut fishing in the bay can be lots of fun. What's the best way to get some tuna experience in San Diego? If you've never ever done a tuna trip and you're gonna buy gear, I would say don't buy the heaviest gear. Buy the lightest gear, something you can use all the time for yellowtail fishing or rock fishing or something like that. That bigger gear, that 100-pound gear, that 80-pound gear, yeah, you can go ahead and rent that. You don't need to buy all that gear to go on a boat. I wouldn't be afraid to rent stuff, especially what gear costs these days. You can just rent stuff. All right, here is the link for our raffle that we're doing to win a free trip to Catalina charter with me, private charter. And you guys have been really good supporting me with that. I really appreciate it. We're going to have the drawing for that on the last Tuesday of the month. So we're going to do that. And some of you were asking about trips out of San Diego and our other trips. Here is a link to what we have on our schedule right now for the year. We plan to add another tuna trip or two in the fall, and I'm hoping to add a fall trip up to Santa Barbara, but we haven't had that finalized yet. Okay, so Matt's got a ticket. I'm going to get Matt a ticket. Yeah, Matt, the best way to, the best way to get experience fishing and catching tuna is to go fishing. You can watch all the videos you want here on my YouTube channel, but there is nothing like the experience of being on the boat. There's listening and watching the crews, learning from the crews. Um, that old saying that the tug is the drug is true. When you hook that first tuna and you're holding on as tight as you can the rod and you're just watching that line scream off your reel, that's when you're hooked. That's when that tug is the drug, and that will get you going. Okay. Yeah, Tamara, I have no idea how you hit the like button on your phone. Yeah, Matt says he's used a furrow and caught some fish on it. That's good. Michael, I've always preferred. Yeah, I agree with that. I like having the stretch of the monofilament in there. Let's see what else is on here. Tyler's talking to somebody. Okay. Okay. Sue, planning to join one of your Emory trips later this year. Yeah. If you want to join me on that Emory trip, Sue, there's a link there to all our trips for the year. And just go there and you'll find the trips for the new Huck Finn and the Seawolf, and sign up. They're going to sell out. So don't wait too long. Okay. So Matt's helping the other Matt out. Tamara wants to know, how much does it cost to rent gear? I don't know what they charge for that tuna gear. So Tony says 100-pound rental rod is $80. Wow. That's kind of expensive. But I guess that's what it is. Let me see. Yeah, Tamara, you might want to join us too on the trip on the Californian out of Ventura. We have that trip coming up. I want to say it's in August. I don't know, August or September. I think it's August. So you can join us on that one. All right, let me get the rest of these tickets going here. Henry, thank you very much. And you have good luck winning. You win quite a few. Tracy Sunshine's won a few times too. Thank you. Matthew Bird, thank you. What are you looking for? She's the only one that likes these Tuesdays and Thursday chats more than you guys. She loves her extra hot dogs. A 10-year-old eating a tuna heart. Okay. Did you cook it up or did you eat it raw? Matt, do you fish white sea bass on your boat? We've caught white sea bass on my boat at Catalina. We're not necessarily fishing for them. Fishing, the beaches looking for calico bass and stuff. And we've hooked them. We've hooked yellowtail. We don't necessarily target just white sea bass. Most of the targeting white sea bass is done in the dark. And our trips just leave later. We leave like 7 o'clock for Catalina. So we don't target them, but we do catch them occasionally. Tamara, we will have information on that when I get back from Alaska for the tradition trip for July 9th. We still haven't heard back from the owner of the boat. He keeps saying that he's trying to get everything finalized and worked out. But, I'll find out for sure that week I get back. And then, probably by the middle of, or toward the end of June, we'll know for sure. And we can either send you a refund if the trip doesn't go, or you can jump on board the Californian, that trip that's going to be there in Ventura in your backyard. So we could do that. But still haven't heard back officially what the boat plans to do. Les wants to know, what boat are you on July 3rd? We're on the True Line out of 22nd Street. The True Line at 22nd Street. I've fished that boat several times in the past. Great crew, great skipper. Haven't filmed a show on it before. I was invited to go on that boat. A friend of mine used to charter the boat for her company, and I would go with her. But I haven't filmed a show on it. So the owner of the boat's been kind enough to work with us. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll be doing it. So Jose is asking Jeff about how to rig a flat fall. You need heavy leader, 200-pound leader or so. I know some guys are using 300-pound leader. DJ on the searcher last week. Well, that's cool. That's a good idea with DJ saying that you guys should check with the boat before renting gear. They might have gear that they're loaning out for free. Leo, no, I do not have any kids. So drama places, he ate the heart raw. Okay. Camera. $4.99 special. Okay. Christian wants to know, hey Dan, wondering if you have any tips for fishing Catalina from shore. I don't know where you're going to fish from shore. If you're going to fish from the pier, an Avalon, I'm not sure what beaches they let you fish from over there. But if you're fishing a sandy beach, I'd fish for barred, surf perch. And if you're going to fish off the rocks, you could try to catch calico bass and maybe sheephead off the rocks there. But I've never tried fishing off the shore there. That might make a neat episode. I should maybe talk to Chamber of Commerce about doing something like that. That might be good. Good idea. And let me give you a ticket for your super chat, Christian, for that question. Yeah, so you're asking a question about the Saltus 30 with a rod rated for 15 to 40. That means that's probably going to be a really good 30-pound rod, and that would be okay for the small school size yellowfin, in that 20 to 30-pound class fish, maybe 40 at the most, but that's what I would recommend. You could use that for yellowtail too. Man, I've never tried the tuna cheeks, but I have cooked up yellowtail cheeks and halibut cheeks, and those are really good. Ron B, where can I get live scan in San Fernando Valley? Yeah, I don't know anybody in San Fernando Valley that does it. You can go. We just talked to Whittier Narrows Leg Lake, and they're willing to do it for free there. And we're trying to work out a deal with the city of Montebello. Police Department, Montebello PD, has offered to help us out with live scans because so many of the residents of Montebello bring their kids to our events, so they're willing to help us out with the live scan. But all the way out in the San Fernando Valley, I don't know of anything. Maybe Monica can help arrange to get something at like Griffith Park from LA County. Maybe they can do that. Yeah, Matt, you're going to need different size sinkers, maybe as light as 4 ounces and as heavy as 16 ounces. But 8 to 12, 10 to 12 ounce, that will work. Just like what Jeff says there, it depends on the current, from 6 to 12 ounces. BB, what's going on, Dan? St. Clemente, 7-1. Have a rod set up with 30-pound mono. Yeah, I would have a second rod with at least 40 or 50 pound. You could use that for the big lean cod. And then, hopefully you run into the bigger yellowtail and white sea bass too. So you could use a heavier outfit for that. But 30 pounds should be a pretty good setup. And if you have one lighter, like 20 or 25, you should do that too. DJ, are you going to have guests fill in live stream while you're in Alaska? I'm hoping to do it for you guys in Alaska. I'm hoping to do that. So we'll see what happens. Tamara, is there something that the governor wants to do that would affect sport boats? Not that I know of. And I don't know if you guys heard, when I was driving back from my parents' house today, I heard somebody fell off the Catalina Express coming back from Catalina to Long Beach. They didn't say it was Long Beach or San Pedro where the boat was going, but they said that somebody fell off the boat, and they have all kinds of helicopters in the air and something like 16 boats out there looking for him right now. So I haven't heard on the news if they found the guy or anything. I don't know if anybody's seen the news lately, but I heard that. What else is on here? Jose. Okay. So that Mr. 61N, how many small boats do you see out at Horseshoe? Yesterday, I saw no boats out. There was no boats where I was out at Isers. There was no boats off the Horseshoe. It was ugly. It was a washing machine. It was all white caps. By the time we drop our anchor at 9 o'clock, it was already white cappy. It was already blowing 15 knots. And by the time we pulled the anchor at 11, it was solid white caps, and it was blowing at least 20 knots. So it was really ugly. I did see one boat over by the outside of the breakwater, which surprised me because the weather was so bad. But I didn't see anybody else. Out there. We were the only boat out there. And even when we went to the bait receiver, we talked to Mario, and he said he hadn't seen any boats, that he thought maybe the weather report had scared everybody away. Yeah, let me know how you do, Catalina. I'd like to know how, and let me know where you were fishing there. A wand for live anchovies. Do you hook them bottom of the jaw and nose, sideways? I normally, if this was an anchovy, and there's lots of videos right here on my YouTube channel on how to do it with live bait. So if this was an anchovy, I like to put the hook down or up, it doesn't matter, in front of the eyeball and in the nose area. And I do put it both through both jaws. So it kind of looks like that. A really good way to do tooth anchovies is right here in the collar. So the hook would go right here in the collar like that. And that works out good. With sardines, you don't do collar hooks. You always go right here in front of the nose, sideways like this. And you don't do both jaws on sardines. You just go across the top. And then you can go back here by the anal fin and put a hook back here, and that will make the bait dive down. But you can only do that in mackerel and sardines. Can't do that on anchovies. It'll kill them. But there's tons of videos on how to do that right here on my YouTube channel. And if you're going to use a sinker, make sure you always hook them through the nose. What was the name of the true line before? That's a good question. Matt, thank you for all your information. Well, that's cool. Thanks, Matt. It says I've helped make him a better fisherman over the last 25 years. It's funny because I hear you guys talk about 25 years. I go, that's a long time. But then I think about I've been doing this for 35 years on TV. And before that, I was doing some of the field reports and some stories for Western Outdoor News. So I've probably been talking about fishing either in a publication or on TV for 40 years. Yeah, I guess it could be 40 years. Wow. What do you think about that, April? Oh, you care about your hot dog. I know. I know you where your priorities are. No problem. Then I guess tomorrow I got to start packing. I did laundry and all that to get stuff ready, but I haven't figured out what I'm going to take everything. Today we're working on getting camera gear ready. Luckily, I don't need to take any rain gear. Don't need to take boots. Don't need to take any fishing tackle. They'll have everything up there. Let me see. Leo with that tone answer, I would not want. I don't know what that's about, Leo, but okay. What else is here? DJ says Captain Frank suggests that you have fluoro top shot instead of mono to avoid leader knots. Yeah, I was surprised how much fluoro he was talking about putting on. Because that's like putting on a whole spool of that little spool of fluorocarbon. But I guess so. Jerry wants to know, what do I do with the super chat money? Part of it goes to buy hot dogs for April, and a lot of it goes to just help me with expenses and stuff that I have. Nobody has to give a super chat. There's no mandatory participation. It's all whatever people want to do. And the super chat whole idea was not my idea. It was a bunch of the regulars that were with me all the time in the early days of doing this. I think we were in it about 5-6 months before we started doing super chats, and people suggested that I offer it. I had to Google it because I didn't know what super chat was, and that's what we do. Matthew Sanchez going on a 1-a-day half trip on the Ocean Odyssey. You should. That's a great boat. Captain Rick's a great captain. His wife just lost her mother a few weeks ago, and they run a great operation. So I don't think you'll have any trouble. What else? Warren says the bass bite at the wall is slow. Oh, he's got a nighttime bass fish. That sounds like fun. Haven't done the nighttime fishing there in a while. When I get my little skiff together, I should take it out there. What else? So BB is asking, is it common to catch yellowtail down deep? Yeah, I mean, lots of times when we fish at the Coronados, we're yo-yo fishing down deeper. So, you can catch them 100 feet or deeper. At some of the other islands, or even like Guadalupe, we catch yellowtails down deeper. At Colonet, we catch them down deep on yo-yo jigs and dropper loop rigs. So yeah, you could do that. That works out fine. Let's see what else is going on here. All right, there's a couple of tickets there. Alex. Thank you. Greg S., thank you. Again, if you guys are interested in any of the TV filming trips, here is a link to all the trips for the season. And like I said, we just added that trip for July 3rd. And I have 20 spots open. So hopefully 20 of you will sign up, or 10 of you will bring a friend and come join us. Eric F. and Jose. Thanks, Jose. And thanks for mentioning Jeff. Jeff does a great job with all the tuna questions. He's way more of a tuna expert than I am. So I'm glad he's here to help us out. And then Kevin, who is normally in here, Kevin from Burbank, texted me earlier today. He was at Lake Crawley today, and he got limits of trout. He got a mix of brown trout, rainbow trout, and I think he said cutthroats they got too. So that was pretty good. Jose, thank you. I got your ticket here. So we're going to pick the winner here in about 2 minutes, guys. So if any of you want to get more tickets, get them now, because we're going to do that. Fred, will you be filming any of the Alaska trip? Yeah, no, we're going to be filming it for a TV show. Matthew Sanchez says mom is here visiting. Oh, hey, Matthew, tell your mom I said hi. Tell Annette said hi. And I don't know if you saw the pictures your dad posted on Facebook of when him and I playing Little League together, and I was pitching. So he posted some pictures of me pitching. That was kind of funny to see. Those are old. Those are really old pictures. Yeah, Jeff, I wish you were going with us to Alaska. I can't believe how quick that trip sold out. It sold out in 3 weeks. The whole thing sold out. Matthew Sanchez 7-3 is that? Yes, that's a 3/4 day trip, Matthew. Get your parents to go. Your dad keeps threatening to go fishing with us, and he hasn't done it. And I know your mom wants to go too. So get your parents to come. It's a 3/4 day trip. It's out of 22nd Street Landing, free parking. It's nice and convenient. And it's a really nice boat, nice galley. So we'll be on the True Line. So what's it? Yeah, here's the link to all the trips. Let me find you that trip in particular. And then we just had the trip Sunday on the Sea Star. And I tell you guys, that was a really good trip. That was the best fishing we've had on that boat in a few years. The first 5 fish to come over the side were all legal size bass. Matthew, here's the link for that trip. on there. Yeah, you got to get your dad to come. I mean, he's been talking about wanting to go. That'd be great. I appreciate that. Here's again the raffle link for the fundraiser for my youth foundation. Any of you want to support us with that? All that money goes directly to the youth foundation. And again, we haven't had any fundraisers this year. So anything you guys can do to help support the youth foundation is greatly, greatly appreciated. And if you can get your company to buy some tickets, that would be good. Chris, today we're doing a $25 gift card to my website. So anything you want to buy there, t-shirt, whatever, put it toward a fishing trip, you can do that. And if any of you is interested in going with me to the East Cape, here's a link for the East Cape. We still have room. We have 20 people now going to the East Cape, and we could use 20 more if you guys want to join us. All right, here's the last couple of tickets. We got Warren. Thank you, Warren. Get these tickets all broken up and put into the hat. And who else do we got? Robert. Hey, April. Come on. Come get the last of your hot dog. When we first started doing these, she would only get one hot dog a show. Now she gets two. Robert, thank you. So that's why Jeff can't go with us Alaska. So he's all stuck with all the tuna fishing. Yeah, Matthew, I agree. A 3/4 day trip would be great for your parents. And your mom would love seeing the island. It's always beautiful at the island. Yeah, Tamara, maybe next year you can join us at Alaska. I'm pretty sure we're going to go back to Alaska next year since it's sold out so fast. I'm sure the resort's going to want us have us back. And I'll see if I can shoot some little videos on my phone just to upload them really quick while I'm there. Terry bought a ticket. Thank you, Terry. Chris A, thank you very much. So Marvin's talking about somebody was at Crystal Cove Pier and he caught some mackerel, but somebody caught a big lobster and she kept it, but she got cited later. That's good. That's karma. Shouldn't keep fish out of season or lobsters. Chris, 30 anglers and true line. Yep, that's a 3/4 day trip, so that'll be fine. That boat can carry like 60 people on there, so that'll be it. We're going to keep it at 30. Yeah, Jeff, I'm hoping we get some big salmon, some nice halibut. I was talking to my dad today at dinner, and he wants to try to catch halibut over 100 pounds. I tell him, I don't know if I'm going to want you to pull on fish that big, but we'll see. Oh, so Matthew, that picture your dad posted was actually a screenshot from 8mm film. That's cool. One of the guys that came fishing with us yesterday came all the way up from Pismo Beach, drove all the way down to Long Beach to come fish with me on the boat. So that was nice. So Chris is going on the pursuit. Good luck with that. Let's see. Oh, Oz is getting one more ticket. All right, well, let's pick the winner. I still got to get ready, start getting ready for Alaska. I haven't even started on that. Okay. And Tamara, when I get back in town, I'll try to reach out to. I'm going to try tomorrow too to reach out to the owner of the Tradition and find out if he can give me a final answer, what the deal is with his boat, if we can do the trip or not. But for sure, I'm gonna get an answer when I get back, so we can find out and let you know. And I want to thank all you guys for being so nice to Captain Frank. It was really good. He really had a good time. He's texted me, sent me a couple of messages since we had him on Tuesday, and he really liked it. Eric F. Dan said this too many times before, but I'm just blank. What color mono or braid do you prefer? So I always like to fish a colored line. This is Iser Blue. So I fish that for my monofilament. I don't fish clear line. And the only reason I don't fish clear line is monofilament, the light pulsates through it. And we filmed one time underwater in a pool, put a camera down on the bottom, going across the pool, and the monofilament that was clear line, the light would hit it, and you could see the line like pulsate through the monofilament. The spectra that I use, I always use white. I mean, I have some other color spectras that companies have sent me, and I've tried them out. But here's a white one here. But I just have too hard of a time when I'm tuna fishing in the dark, tuna fishing at first light, last light, and there's tangles and you can't see it. So I just use white. I use white and it's easy. And in the past, I've even used, yellow and bright colors for nighttime fishing, stuff like that. But I really try not to do that. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, see if you can get some of your friends. Like you said, I have 20 spots. I booked that trip thinking that a lot of people that were on the Tradition trip, because we had 35 people sign up for that. I was hoping a lot of those people would just want to transfer it over, but a lot of the regular guys that I know are working that Saturday, and some have family plans or going out of town. So now I'm stuck with the boat with 20 open spots. So I know as many people as we have in here, I'll get some of you guys to come join me, and it'll be a fun trip. I mean, all those Gale Force trips that we're doing every month have all been selling out really fast. So I don't think we'll have any trouble filling it. But, if you guys can help me, I would appreciate it. And again, if any of you want to join me in the East Cape, we have plenty of room on that. Yeah, it's on July 3rd, Tamara. July 3rd, out of 22nd Street. I'll just put the link for it right here so you guys can see it. But some people were asking about San Diego and all that. So that's why I put that other link there. But here is, yeah, we have 8 spots already sold on there. So here's that for July 3rd on the True Line. All right, let's So Whiskey Tango, you guys had tuna sashimi on the Belmont Pier. That's nice. Did you guys have bonita, or what was it you guys had? Was it Jansen Bikes? I'm glad that our information was helpful to you. That's good. Helped you guys on your tuna trip. Yeah, Tim, this is a new shirt that we have. This is the design for the front for my private charter business. And on the back, it's a new logo for the TV show. And then we have another shirt that has a picture of my boat. It's going to be a new shirt that we're doing that too. That'd be good. Yeah, Robert, we'll see how it goes in Alaska. I don't know how they're going to be in this part of Alaska, southern part. I know they have real strict limits on what size fish and stuff. They might take us out there for the bigger fish just because they want it on television. So we shall see. Have I ever fished the boats out of Redondo? Yeah, used to fish there a lot. When the Blackjack was there, now it's the Ocean Odyssey, but I used to fish there a lot. All right, let's pick the winner. Here's my hand. And the winner is Matthew Bird. Matthew Bird is the winner. So, Matthew, you can either call my office on Tuesday and let Monica know you were the drawing winner for the $25 gift card. And she'll probably text me and ask, but you can let her know what you want. All right. Thank you, Matthew. All right, guys, I need to go get ready for Alaska. Start pulling my stuff together, start charging things and all that. Thanks, Jeff. That'd be great if you could plug my shirts on your trips. That would be awesome, and wear them out there. Yeah, you guys can find all our shirts and stuff. We'll be adding more shirts, more designs when I get back. Yeah, Tim, I plan to really. This trip is going to be more special for me than all the other trips I've taken to Alaska. This is like my 10th or 12th time to Alaska, and my 4th trip with my dad going with me. But the first time with my mom going, and the first time since they're both in their 80s. I think my dad was in his 70s last time he went, and before that he was like in his 50s and 60s. So I'm really looking forward to this trip. You know, as they get older, every day is a gift. So it's going to be fun. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Again, if you want to join us, here's links for the True Line trip for the 3rd. And if any of you would like to join me in Mexico, we still have room for that. And here's a link there. And you can just call Palmas de Cortez and tell them that you want to be on the trip, part of my group trip, and they will put you there as part of the Dan Hernandez group. So thanks, Jeff. And I'm going to really try, you guys, to set this up so I can do YouTube live while I'm there in Alaska. So we'll try to do it. All right. Tamara, have a safe drive up to Montana. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for your help again today. And Kevin, I know you're watching somewhere up there in the High Sierras. Thanks for sending those pictures today. from Lake Crawley. So you guys take care. And Tyler, thanks for helping everybody else out there with all those other stuff. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Good night, everybody.